sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
All right, wrestling fans, let's get right into it. Miro is back, and, his return match, it's got everybody talking.
It really does. It's not every day you see a wrestler come back after a year and jump right into a match with this much potential.
Yeah, I mean, WWE versus AEW, rivalries and all that stuff, this is going to be good. So before we go any further, let's do a quick recap for anyone who needs it. We're talking about Miro, formerly Rusev in WWE. He was a champ in AEW, but then just went silent after a match against Andrade back in 23.
Yeah, and then Andrade ends up in WWE. Interesting, right?
Totally. And now for his first match back, Miro is going up against Alberto Del Rio, or as he's known now, Alberto El Patron, former WWE champ, and he's currently holding the AAA Mega Championship.
AAA, for those who don't know, is a huge wrestling promotion down in Mexico, big on that high-flying lucha libre style.
So Miro pops up at Qatar Pro Wrestling Super Slam 3 to face Alberto. I mean, that's got to get your attention, right?
Oh, absolutely.
That event, by the way, is going to be on Triller TV, which was Fight TV for anyone who wants to see it. It's on March 2nd.
I'm going to have to check that out.
Yeah, me too. And here's where it gets even more interesting. They had a bunch of other big names at this event. Nick Foley, Matt Cardona, Nick Nemeth, Mustafa Ali, they were all there.
Makes you wonder if WWE was doing a little scouting there, right? All that talent in one place.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And the rumor mill is turning. Now everyone's saying Miro is headed to WWE.
That would be huge. WWE winning a big one in this, the whole talent war with AEW.
Can AEW hold its own, though?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? They've been making some real moves lately, building up their stars, getting a dedicated fan base.
It's like they're doing something different, from WWE. Like, WWE is all about spectacle and big stars, but AEW, they're working with younger talent, giving them a chance.
Yeah, it's like a long game, building for the future.
Exactly, and it's working. They've got guys like Kenny Omega back. They bring a whole international vibe and a different style.
So, yeah, they might lose someone like Miro, but it wouldn't be the end for them.
It's like two different games with different rules, but they're both trying to get the same audience. It makes you wonder whose approach is going to work out better, in the long run.
$1 million question, right? And then Miro comes back and throws another wrench in the whole thing.
He's got such a unique style, too. He's intense, he's physical. Like, you don't see that a lot in WWE.
It's that redeemer persona he's got, like he went through something hard, came out stronger. That kind of story could really work with WWE fans.
Takes me chills just thinking about it.
It's definitely interesting. Imagine Miro going up against someone like Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar. Man, the energy would be crazy.
And we can't forget about the storylines. Miro's wife, CJ Perry, she could be a big part of this, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. She was a WWE diva. She's an actress. She brings a lot to the table.
Mixed tag team matches, rivalries, all kinds of drama. It could bring in a whole new audience, too, people who don't even usually watch wrestling.
Yeah, you're right. And speaking of audiences, this talent war thing, it's good for the fans, right? Like we're in a golden age of wrestling or something.
I think so. For a long time, it was just WWE, but now with AEW, it's like fans have choices, more variety, more wrestling to watch.
Exactly. It's like having two restaurants, both great but totally different menus. You pick what you feel like that night, or even try both.
Yeah, and it makes both companies better, right? They got to keep things interesting because they know the other one's right there.
Right. They can't just get lazy.
But is it risky for WWE, though? I mean, they're the big guys. The legacy, couldn't this competition hurt them?
I see what you mean, but it's also a chance for them. Competition makes you adapt, come up with new stuff. WWE's been around forever. They've seen it all. This might be what they need to stay fresh.
It's a wake-up call.
Exactly. And they're already doing it. They're bringing in new people, trying new match types. Their storylines are getting more interesting.
And AEW is like the underdog, coming in to shake things up.
And they're smart. They're building new stars instead of just using the old ones. It's a long-term plan.
Yeah, and they're bringing in people from the independent scene, guys like Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks. They have a huge following and a totally different style.
And don't forget the action. In the ring, AEW matches are known for being athletic intense. It's a different feel than WWE, but a lot of fans love it.
It's what they're going for, a different kind of fan. The ones who want that more realistic style.
Exactly, and that's the best part. Now there's something for everybody, whether you like high-flying stuff or hard-hitting matches or storylines. You got options.
It reminds me of the Monday Night Wars back in the 90s, WCW going up against WWE. It was wild.
That was a huge time for wrestling. It changed everything.
And you're right, both companies got better because of it. We saw some of the best matches ever, and it's like, we're seeing that again now.
Yeah, but maybe even bigger this time because now there are more ways to watch, more platforms. It's not just about one night on TV anymore.
It's global. It's everywhere.
So they got to keep coming up with new stuff, good stories, and they got to know what the fans want.
It's like a game of chess, always trying to outsmart each other.
And Miro coming back, that's just the latest move.
But it's not just about WWE and AEW, right? This whole thing is changing independent wrestling, too.
Oh, yeah, good point. With the big companies taking all the talent, it gives new wrestlers a chance to make a name for themselves in the independent scene.
It's like a farm system, for the big leagues.
And you get more variety in the independent scene. They try new things, different storylines. It's really exciting.
So this talent war, it's actually good for everyone in wrestling.
Yeah, everyone has to step up their game, be more creative.
And in the end, the fans win. We get more wrestling, more variety. It's a great time to be a fan.
The best time, and it's only getting better.
It's wild, right? We always talk about who's winning and losing, but the coolest part is how creative wrestling is getting.
Yeah, it's like everyone's pushing the limits, trying new things with the matches, with the stories. It's great for the fans.
Like, remember those videos Miro did in AEW, the whole Redeemer thing?
Oh, yeah.
Those were so good, like mini movies. They really made his character deeper than you usually see.
They were awesome. They played to his strengths, that intensity, his look. And he could show you how he felt without even saying a word. WWE could really use that.
Right. Imagine what they could do with those videos with their production budget. It would be insane.
And his style in the ring, too. He's rough, he's old school, but in a new way.
Yeah, like WWE has been playing it safe lately, family friendly, but people still want that edge, that hardcore feel. Miro could bring that back.
It would be risky, but it could really work. It's all about finding the right mix. Keeping the old fans, but bringing in new ones, too.
It's like they're walking a tightrope, WWE and AEW, trying to get the perfect balance to win over fans everywhere.
And it's not just about getting people to watch. It's about making something that lasts, building a legacy.
So we've talked a lot about Miro coming back and how wrestling is changing, and I gotta say, I'm pumped for what's next. It feels like something big is about to happen.
Think about all the matches we could see, if this keeps going. Imagine Miro against AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, even CM Punk if he comes back. The possibilities are crazy.
Right. Makes your head spin. It's gonna be wild. Thanks for listening, everyone, and we'll catch you next time for another deep dive.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have a ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get